It's a message we've heard time and time again. Drunk driving is dangerous. But according to new statistics from BC's Attorney General, distracted driving is even more deadly. Back in 2010, the province introduced laws to discourage texting behind the wheel. But now, the Attorney General is planning on bumping up the penalties to try and curb the problem.
Phone or texting. Look around any intersection and you'll see drivers focused on things other than the road.
It's obvious what they're trying to pull off.
Sergeant Al Steinhauser has heard every excuse. He knows when someone is texting behind the wheel.
For texting aspects, they're putting it down low, trying to avoid that obvious thing of holding it up to your ear and stuff like that. But when you're looking down, you're smiling, leads us to believe one of two things, and it's usually the latter that is happening there.
Even stopped at a red light, texting behind the wheel is worth a $167 fine. BC's distracted driving laws have been in place a few years now, but there's still a lot of people who aren't getting the message. According to numbers released by Attorney General Suzanne Anton, distracted driving is now the #1 killer on BC's roads. It claims more lives than impaired driving. The Justice Ministry is now doing an overhaul of the Motor Vehicle Act. Anton plans to increase the penalties for distracted driving. That could mean higher fines and demerit points added to your license.
Should there be points attached to the holding the handheld device and talking? Probably. Should the fines be higher? Perhaps, and in fact probably, so I'm having a look at both of those.
Prince George Community Policing has teamed up with ICBC to try and make sure drivers understand just how dangerous distracted driving can be. Their program is called Cell Watch. Volunteers make note of drivers on their phones and send out warning letters.
Our ultimate goal is education, right? To inform the drivers that they were committing that infraction, and hopefully they can take the steps on their own to maybe educate themselves more by going on to the ICBC sites or other areas of education, and they'll curb their habits.
If you're on your cell phone, pull over. It takes you 30 seconds to pull over to the side of the road. That phone call, it can wait.
And for drivers who don't change their bad habits, the province's stiffer penalties could mean a hit to the pocketbook. Camille McDonald, CKPG News.